Um, some okay, still use English. Okay, so J-Paul on Friday committed rate cut is coming, but he didn't say how much. September. So market, I saw the CME group press in 25 basis point. And I think 25 is reasonable because if he does 50, I think people panic thinking something is seriously wrong. Um, but anyway, with that good news, Friday didn't take out the Thursday high. So on hourly, it's overbought, and MACD is about to cross over to the downside. So I'm thinking, I know everybody's bullish because the news, but with that kind of good news, should I maybe taking this high out to make a to the new high? What's stopping it? So people still don't know. It was kind of non-committal. He just said time has come, but he didn't say how much, right? Uh, with the labor market, it's kind of pretty soft. It's been soft for over at least 15 months that I have been complaining they're lying about employment number, right? If you listen to back recordings, how many months I've been complaining about this, right? Who is that? Who, who is that using our name? Anyway, so if he cut too many points, 50 basis point, people will be scared. If cutting 25 is really not making much difference. And we don't have October. Um, we don't have October meeting, so meaning October there's no cut. So October, November, and December. So each time if we cut 25 basis point, that's 75 in total, right? That's like assuming every meeting has a cut. What if November has no cut or December? But either way, so if Trump is being elected, I think he's gonna push Jay Powell to cut rate a lot faster in December. So December may have 50-point cut if Trump being elected, but we don't know. Those are all speculations. So we have to treat what we can see. So next week, the big events, I don't think the inflation is something too much weight. I think the unemployment, well, we do have Friday PCE. Thursday it's gonna be a crazy day. Is it a media earning Thursday or Wednesday? Okay, so Wednesday is gonna be crazy. A media earning, and then Thursday unemployment rate. If the unemployment claim much higher than forecast or expected, then that's really bearish. It's gonna push J Powell to cut rate maybe 50 points. Again, this is all speculation. So anyways, so what's next? Like broad information like this. So next, naturally, I would assume, so this is broad information, right? Uh, so I would say next time naturally assume at least test this area. Hourly, yes, never printed wave 4. 30 minutes did. Very solo like but hourly never really printed wave 4 down. So if NVIDIA earning is not good, I can see we can go to 55.25 or even somewhere in this area. but 5,500 is psychological number. So if come to here, it's not really bad thing because give us to 58 something will be a lot more room to the upside. So if you ask me to do SPX call here, longer time frame, I'm too scared to do it because you don't know how high it can go, right? That's why we're doing day trading on the SPX. However, NDX has a lot more room. It's about 4.5% from the high. And it's really go to 21,710. That's about 5%. 5% is really not much a big deal. It can't do it in a day. So anyway, so I shared this chart and levels in the planning Discord planning channel. And NQ even worse. It's more than 100 points away from the Thursday. Oh, no, more than 200, how many? 200, 100, 120 points away from Thursday. So with Friday, good news. I think Thursday market front run, but after J. Paul didn't say 50 and kind of like, okay, whatever. So that's why. So if it come down to, I would expect somewhere 19,400, really deeper pullback we could see here. So the trend line breakout and here line up would be perfect. But last week, see we draw this trend line last Friday, Thursday we draw this trend line, right? Market recap. Friday just tested here, perfect. Hitting this trend line support and then but not back up. Anyway, so I think Friday we did very well. Anyway, dollar. Okay, so dollar been riding this how moving areas down, and it dropped more. So I was thinking actually drop base rally to reset here, but it gave us drop base drop. So gold, I sent the warning here to take profit. It looked like gold has more leg to the upside here. It could be on larger time frame, like 60 minutes. This is Twitter top, right? That meaning strong selling pressure. It could be retest the high before coming down. Hourly see MACD is about crossover to the downside, but if you don't have any positions already, you might want to watch short. Gold, I usually either do micro gold or you use 5 minutes because 10, if you use 15, the stop loss is pretty big. And anyway, so crude oil, I think this is excellent trade. Two upside target hit, but here it is major resistance here. So hourly MACD is already crossed over almost. So I think maybe from here start come back down. But 60 minutes, a trend change, right? So you have low, higher, low, high, higher, high, taking 1, 2, 3. Take 3 pivot high out. So hourly trend has changed. And daily could be W bottom, right? That's what we were talking about last week. So how moving average is about to turn green here. So at least to here. Let's see weekly. What's weekly doing? Weekly is big hammer. It will be even better if this hammer's the body part is green, but it's hey, red hammer is still hammer, right? Let's see next week whether open immediately gap up or come down some. If come down some, I would expect retesting this area 33 watching 33 area. If you have a deeper pullback, maybe 72.5. So that's somewhere, but 15 minutes clearly want to go up. See the MACD is about to cross over the 3 line. So I think it's inevitable. It's going to come up to 75.30 next target. I mean, during this whole process, you could just manage with your stop loss, like, 5 or 15 pivot low, pivot low, pivot low, pivot low, never really tested any of the stop losses. Anyway, natural gas changed the contract. I know I have warned you guys many times, do not have a natural gas contract on, leave them on over the weekend because always gaps. But here, I don't have lines anymore because the last order line drawn was you. So I assume here, I think the end of August, the seasonality wise is bullish. So I assume maybe retest somewhere here. I wouldn't set limit order here. I would watch to see how the price action is. So from the end of August to mid-November, natural gas is bullish seasonality. So you can just really buy UNG. I wouldn't do Boyle. Boyle is too much decay. UNG had decay too. So every time you have contract rollover, you have some kind of decay. So I would watch these 2 levels to see how price react. And if you have a stretch like drop, base, rally, then you go long. Okay, so Bitcoin, if you're still in BITX, by Monday open. See this one we said next target is 64,000, right? 64,000. So it's already about 64,000 is already passed. So next level would be 66,000. And our right and BITX should be 35 to 40, I would say, on Monday open. If the Bitcoin stays, the price doesn't get back. So that would be really good trade from 2660 some to 40. That's like how many percent? Almost 50%. That would be really good trade, right? So anyway, there's no reason to get out now. So after J. Paul talk, the 10 years yield had a like dark cloud candle. So there's really MACD about to cross over is already negative. So I would assume it's coming down. If this year we cut 3 to 4 times, I would expect 10 years coming down more. Maybe meeting this Brownian formation to 34 to 32 area, or at least to 36. And TMF will be higher. I mean, I still think there's room for TLT. It's not too late. We got back in here. Initially, we got in here. We did many rounds, right? So this time we got in here. Still have more room once start cutting rate. So if you want to have some, okay, next year, say there's a recession, they're gonna cut rate even more, with meaning TLT should be a little bit safer, right? And have a dividend as well. So that's the major market. And I went through all the sectors. XLRE, I said it daily wave 3 up. That's why we have been seeing so much flow the whole week. Because I have a lot more room to the upside. Let's see monthly. Monthly, really no resistance until 44, and then 45.80. So that's why we got into AMT. AMT didn't move as much as I would like to, but once they start cutting rate, it will be really moving. So XLRE is daily wave 3. Weekly, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I would count it. But anyway, finance is really good. So finance, the only reason, not the only reason, one of the reasons I don't think we are gonna have recession this year, because the finance part is really good. So XLF has been going up. On daily, I think it's 1, 2, 3. Do it. Sorry. Saturday. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There are really no resistance on top either. I don't think so. Let's look at weekly. Yeah, so that's why you see all GS, JP Morgan, all the banking doing really well. And the ones really, really impressive, KRE and DPSD. So DPSD is weekly breakout. And so the upside target, the first round, it went to the gap fill, right? So we started doing this ticker since this area. And we knew the target is here long before the price moving. So now on daily either turn back down from here, make a lower high. Well, I don't see a reason why they wouldn't make a lower high, because cutting its interest will be really good for regional banks. However, I'm seeing on daily saying 1, 2, like 1, 2. That tells me recession is coming. If it's really 1, 2 like this, but for now we can't really be bearish because you have low, higher, low, higher, low, high, higher, high, right? So we have to assume the bullish momentum continue to all the way fill this gap here. So I would say here is going to be my target. And let's see KRE. KRE the same. I've been calling bullish. We did this round. This round coming back, I didn't do KRE personally, because that black swan, somewhat I was being super conservative, I guess. But we do have a whole bunch low, higher lows and higher highs. So you take this pivot point, many, like so many pivot points getting taken out. So I still assume KRE gonna go up. I would say the first target will be here. And the second target, I wouldn't be super bullish yet, because the initial rate cut is going to be just symbolic. It's not going to have a huge impact until more rate cut is coming. Anyway, so, and the mega tickers, I went through all of them and put in the swing channel. So Netflix, last week I already shared this, is hourly wave 5 up, target is 717. And I did design a trade September 20th, 7:15. So it's a little bit pricey for short. I get usually I will only put the straight on the up day. So if market going up, I'll put the straight on. So I did all the calculation on the option. So Netflix really takes 13 trading days to get there. I gave double the time just in case. So that's like 26 days. That's why it's a little bit more expensive. But if I wouldn't put it on early next week because the Nvidia earnings. I probably want to see what's happening after the earning. If Nvidia earnings good, I think Nvidia is gonna continue running on the next day. Then I will put on the bullish trade. So far 7:15 is about 850. Is about 850. I will probably sell like 7 to 750 limit order. And that will give us about 20% discount. So I feel more comfortable. I probably is gonna sell limit order like that, like with 20% discount. And so this Meta Microsoft is similar wave structure. A target is 548, and I also design a trade same time September to 544, 545. $545. So this one is really pricey, $10. So I probably sell like 750 in case market has a slightly pullback. And you know, the less we pay, the more reward. RR is better, right? And so anyway, I'm not gonna go through each one of them. But if you do one, do two, I wouldn't suggest to do every ticker because if we are wrong, then you have a whole bunch of wrong trade, right? So anyway, I also relisted AMD also hourly wave 5 and 164 the target. Once it hit this level, I'm going to put hedge on back on again. So Visa CRM earning, judging from HUBs, I think CRM is gonna pop. So this daily wave 5 target is pretty high, 340. And Caterpillar, I think if we do have a recovery or expansion stage, we have been in recession because Democrats changed the definition of the recession. Or was it last year or the year before? When we had a negative GDP. Like when you have consecutive how many two quarter or 3 quarter negative GDP, you are in recession. So they changed the definition of recession. So I do think we were in recession. Now it's recovery state. If that's true, then Caterpillar, like industrial and material XLI, XLB ticker should start popping because it's been consolidating for a long time, this ticker. And Visa too. Visa is you know, rate sensitive. A lot of people have they don't have money to pay off their credit card, which meaning they have to pay I don't know whether 25, 22, 20 some percent ridiculous amount interest for the money, the balance they don't pay off. So that would benefit them too. And ELF, don't forget, it doesn't matter what happens to the economy, women need to make up, like including myself. I don't use a lot of it, but I do. So all those tickers are either Dow Junes or IWM. And I do see these two indices may benefit more from recut. And I'm not saying growth stock won't, growth stock will. So one particular area I'm looking at is the cybersecurity. The cybersecurity, if you look at one of our tickers, NET, I have been giving this ticker target as 130 something for a long time, right? But I said if you take this pivot low out, then it's daily trend change, and it did, but it recovered all the way back already above this. So the wave 4, it will be still valid now. And if you look at the Mark Manavini, I always have a hard time to pronounce. So contraction 1, contraction 2. So once you start to have higher lows, that meaning this will be Mark's breakout trade here. So anyway, if you still have it, I'm still believing in this ticker. If you look at the hack, this is one of the cybersecurity ETFs. It has been really going up a lot and made a new high. So some of his components like falling behind. I wouldn't say that has the best fundamentals, but that's why the ones don't have good fundamentals, then you have to benefit the REIT kind of more even, because if they are, let me look at his fundamental again, how much that's ratio. So if they have a really high debt, they have to do refinancing, then it will be much lower rate, especially if they can like a lot, then they're borrowing money almost for free and to grow their business. That's why growth stock really like the low interest rate. And they also have a breakout in this area. So it has a debt to equity ratio 1.6. Like we always say, ideally it should be less than 0.3, meaning your debt should be only 30%, not more than 30% of your entire equity. So this one apparently 1.6, meaning they're overly leveraged. So which is not good. Anyway, but it's one of the growth stocks that are in the cybersecurity. So the two other ticker, SAIA, it went up nicely after we went long, and it does have a very high upside potential. This ticker we have done it before, so it's not new to us. So daily 1, 2, 3. Weekly is on the way to 5, and the target is really high. We're talking about more than 50%. So if you're in there, I would say hold on to it. Don't let it go. Because one day you regret ELF as well, right? 240, meaning what, 30%? No, actually 40%, right? $70, 40% upside potential. So those are the tickers. If you want to do some diversification other than just mega tickers, you might want to pick up something. So those are the tickers that I gave in our swing channel, and belong to IWM and Dow Jones sector. And I wouldn't, at this point, I wouldn't want to go long on this anymore. Last time we went long was 82, this area perfect trade. So that's already more than what, 30%? Yeah. So anyway, that's all I get. If you do long, like for this swing channel ticker long on daily time frame, it doesn't really matter. Nvidia earning is not in the same sector even. But if you want to do, what? No. But if you want to do the Netflix or Meta, even though they are not in the same sector, but they are all belong to growth stock, will impact the QQQs. So I would, if you want to set like a cheaper price, I said 6 for Netflix, 7.5 for Meta, that'll be fine. Because we have we gave room you know, to do that. So anyway, that's all I get for next week. And if you have any questions, whether you did your homework and any ticker you want to ask, now is your time. I like PDD. I totally forgot it had. I totally forgot it has earning. And so what I did, I acted my call and I just bought the shares. I bought 300 shares. So if I might get dinged, I don't know. I think this price is fine. With US, oh, I almost forgot. I went into details reviewing target earning. Target earning, even though it popped big, but the earning is pretty bad actually. So I think you know, China has been in the gutter for a long time. I think time too. Oh, 20 million. Okay. TSM daily wave 5 up target is pretty high. Nothing changed. Have been coming back up. And we're like, we were giving this earning, right? Earning dropped, but it's really never changed the wave structure. So target 200. So still have what, 20% to go. So I bought the Pinduoduo shares and I did the bull put spread. So that's what I did. Baidu, I don't know. Baidu really should be Chinese Google. But see the daily, I'm not seeing a good wave structure. So if you look at daily, it's downtrend, right? So been downtrend. So here you have a little bit like structure change. You have low, higher, low, high, higher, high. And then now pull back. The pullback really deep. So ideally, right, this is the area of interest. So when stock pull back, as long as within this blue box, I will consider still in the uptrend. But ideally, you don't want to go all the way down to the bottom. That's ideally hit here and then very positive reaction. That's meaning buyer step in, like they're really motivated to buy. APD, yeah, I do. APD is up, right? APD, TMO. My TMO was never filled. My APD was. So daily is still, I'm still bullish on daily. So there was nothing like low, higher, low, high, higher, high. The pullback really just, you know, it didn't even fill the gap. So I'm still bullish on it. We still have how many days? How many days? 920, right? 920 is our 26 days. Okay, however, if by the end of this week, APD is still not moving, I'm going to exit it because the decay is gonna be kicking in too much. So APD, I will give one more week. And if it really move fast, because hourly, APD hourly, not just daily, is hourly wave 5 up. So it shouldn't take that many days to do. So anyway, let's see how it goes. TMO, I never got filled, so I never really tracked it. But looking at this, when did we enter? The day before? Okay. I forgot where did we enter. Did we enter here? So you might slightly underwater if you did TMO. I'm not sure when we enter. Let me look at the swimming channel. It should be in there, right? My tree channel. Tree channel. Where is it? We trade too much. I look at through my trade channel, my God. Okay. August 17. We entered here. So you should be either break even or slightly higher. If you're not feeling comfortable holding short DTE call options, I would suggest you only do one contract until you are familiar and you have the stomach to do it. Like for me, when I do the short DTE options, I will give like $1,000 or $2,000, and I literally expect to zero. If it go to zero, okay, it's fine. So that's then I don't worry about it. That's why I don't do like 100 contract or 200 contract, I'm so worried because like Friday alone, we among three of my accounts, I made almost 20,000. Okay, so if I do 2,000, no one really wait until go to zero. It's like figuratively speaking, right? So if my option, like I said, I gave until the end of next week and it's not moving, I cut it. It doesn't matter I'm green or if I'm green, then I might acted a couple contracts. I let one or two run because I don't like sitting on shares or options not moving. Options are even worse because if not moving, you have decay, right? So the last like 1 month left time, usually like the school I went always say, hey, when you do single leg, you should give at least 90 days out. 90 days out. So we did single leg, we only give about 30 days. So the decay start kicking in fast the last month. And that's why I said 1 more week. If it doesn't go to our target, I cut it. And that's how I usually do. TMO, ASTS. ASTS, it's very speculative play. I never hold it overnight. It's really like a satellite phone, right? I think something competing with Starlink. And so they're not making money yet. Let me look at it, make sure I'm not lying. Okay, so they're not making money. And they do have a lot of cash. Their quick ratio is 6.4, so they have a lot of cash. However, they also have a lot of debts. EPS, past 5 years, ROA, ROE is negative 100%. So this is never going to be something that I'm invested in. That's only day trading for me. Day trading, I'm not even holding overnight. And so we have our rules, right? Day trading, what we use 30 minutes time frame or 15. Okay, like if we break above this, we go long, target 1, target 2, right? But if clearly it had a 15 minutes breakdown. Let's look at daily. Daily clearly, okay, is it MACD cross all down or just cross and touch it and then go back up? We don't know. So the daily candle doesn't look very pretty. Can you say the weekly candle looking beautiful or what? You clearly had Twitter top. So every time you have two top long tails, it's coming back down. So I would watch somewhere here. Let's look at day monthly. Monthly is okay. Look at daily. So, okay, so here is the fair value gap where the liquidity. So if this area holds, I will go long, press testing this area 26, 25, and I will probably literally draw a line here. Draw a line here. And I said, okay, if come down to this level and start to go back up, 15 minutes or 30 minutes straight reversal will go long. But here, I'm not interested. Just looking at the weekly candle, it's pretty ugly. So can you imagine someone being like, trapped here? So anyway, so that's how I will look at it. Rose is in the daily, hourly. So the earning was good. Hourly it's gonna be wave 5 up. We have position. Wendy designed a position, right? I remember Wendy shared a position in the winning pair channel. What did she do? She designed a trade. I saw it. And I have my own trade. Did I design one for you guys too? I thought I designed one. Okay. So this is what Wendy designed here. 160 call. I think I did 155 myself. And only 80 cents. Okay. Yeah, you did a calculation. I saw it here. Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, so I'm still bullish, and you can do share too. You don't have to always do option. For me, option is more efficient, like less capital requirement, and but you don't want to do whole account as all options either. So let's say hourly. Hourly, it might not go immediately because usually you have to see something like this happens. You don't usually see the moving average like that and it's go up. I mean, here is exception. Here it did. When it's really super bullish environment, it could just go back up like that. But if you want to consolidate a little bit, we still have time, so I think it'll be fine. My call. You want to buy call before the earning? NVIDIA. Hourly time frame is V5 up. Target is 132, 133, I think. But daily, okay, never mind. The wave 4 really never formed. So the earning maybe the time to but 30 minutes time frame, the target is 132 and 55 cents. A daily target is 151. So myself, I'm all out. I mean, from 92 to 131, that's like 47, 50%. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't want to bet on earning, but if you want to, you might want to do a small call position. Or you might want to do, I don't know what your plan is. If you want to do 145, 150, the thing is when you are too far out of money, like look at this 150, it has a huge open interest and volume, right? 140 as well, and 135. So if you 130 to 135, that's too expensive, $2. I wouldn't do it. I would do a bull put spread. I would do, for example, I don't see a huge drop this year, so I'll do January. January $90. I would love to get $90 and get that's really $87, right? So I'll do 90, 80, and okay, I'm willing to accept 500 shares. That will be the contract number I'm willing to do. And so if the earning drops, then your 80, let's say Nvidia earning drop $20. Your 80 strike will give you at least $4. And then you literally take the shares 82, 83. What, Nvidia 82, 83? I would love to get it. I would load my entire account. Well, we did Nvidia call when it was really cheap, $1 for 130, right? $1 for 130, we did this day. It's $8. So right now it's not the highest, right? The highest was 132. So we got a like 1,000% return. I mean, and we also did share. So I think we had enough profit from this ticker. Sometimes when you get greedy, that's when you are in trouble. So for me, I'm good. I'm good, you know. You want to take advantage of high volatility, but then again, if you sell full put spread that far out, you're really not benefiting much from the high volatility either because it's so far out. But you somewhat hedged, right? You only sell how many amount of contract you are able to take the shares. In case, okay, Nvidia earnings shit and it dumped 50%, and we have seen that before. And then stock dropped below 80, let's say drop to 70, and you don't have money to cover, then your big loss would be 43.40. That's your entire loss. It's not gonna break your account. I mean, you could, depending on how big your account is, but it's not you. I'm willing to take shares at the strike, and I'm gladly to take shares at the strike. That's why we're putting on this trade. It's not because we want this little tiny premium, right? Okay. What else? Yeah, so a lot of people you do Aaron Condor, and I used to do a lot of it, custom. You can do, I usually give a little bit time, right? So you say Aaron Condor, I will sell 160. You sell Aaron Condor, so you sell call, you sell full put spread. And here I'm doing, I don't know, 95. Sell buy, sell 155, 160. So how much you get? You only get $1.40. It's really not. I mean, your risk is much smaller than selling bull put spread. If it's you know, kind of your anchors hit 155. But you give plenty time. So if the general market is dropping, Nvidia would make, even if it go above 150, it may come back down. So I think this is safer trade, like Aaron Condor. And your profit and loss ratio is much better than the bull put spread too. So if you do March, what we say, like January, just for the curiosity. January. You might get more premium, but then you hold for so long though. So you get $2.40, $2.35. This is really good trade, actually. I like this trade. You see almost 1-to-1. And if you do small enough contracts, you can fix easily. Because let's say you have plenty of time to wait for this thing. Like I do believe that before election, the market will have a deeper pullback. Nvidia will come back down. I don't believe Nvidia is gonna go above 160. It doesn't matter how good the earning is. That's just my belief. It could be wrong, but anyway. Okay, so I think I answered all the questions. Launch in September. Oh, server will be no that's one for South Server. Isn't that I thought that's what ASTS, that's what Elon Musk is doing. SMCI downtrend, right? Clearly downtrend. You didn't take any pivot, take one pivot high out, like clearly downtrend. And then MACD below 0 is about crossover down. I still think this thing gonna come back down. But it's going to so 4, if market going up, it might come to here is initial breakdown 755 before coming back down. Or if the market really bearish, maybe 660. So you can do after the before print, you buy puts or buy put spread, and sell bear call spread to fund your bear put spread. So that's like double bearish. Sometimes when you're two directional and some positive news come out and you're like no shit hit the fan. So this is one of our favorite tickers. We used to trade a lot. I still think it's gonna be good. Wave 4, so the whole, I think it's 30 at least at some point. That's about 30%. And then once daily wave 4, this is weekly. Daily wave 5 printed already, so weekly it's gonna be 4 and then come back down. So once weekly print wave 4, you need to exit. I have shares too, and I have plenty with W. I bought W on Friday, and I'm small brain. So weekly I see 110, 100. Daily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably gonna come back down more. That's why I'm not so convinced small ticker is gonna go. It really depends on how much rate. Look at IWM 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm not super convinced, like Tom Lee saying it's gonna go up 40%. I don't know. But W. So weekly breakout, right? So either here and then upside target 47, 47, 49. So if you go to 49, I might just exit, depends. But MACD, I feel like weekly is about the dropping momentum slowing down. Let's look at the volume profile. So weekly, if I'm holding long enough to come here, I'm fine. Daily, it doesn't look that good yet, but depends, right? Its structure can change. So let's say next earnings really good and get above this value area low, and then 52, then you're back in business, right? So it really depends. Like let's say CVNA, when we start to trade it, can be any worse, like from $300 to a single digit. But look at now. So it has to start somewhere, right? Home Depot is lift daily downside target 760. So Affirm, I'm bullish on Affirm. For the reasons I said, but it need to get above 35 to confirm. It's in this back into this zone, which is good, but it's too deep retracement. So if you look at it weekly, I mean, it's been in uptrend, even though it's grinding down, it's like a bull flag. You have a whole bunch higher lows and higher highs, right? So really just retested this area of interest on weekly, right? So now your price above all these three moving averages. So once start moving, I am bullish in the long run. For this earning, I did see a lot of bullish flow. That's I took profit on the calls. I did over 100 contracts on the call. I have 20 left. So I'm kind of bullish. CMG weekly is about to go. Once it gets about 56 here, it's gonna go back up. It's clearly weekly uptrend. There's nothing wrong. Daily, maybe not so good. But once price get above here, it will start going. So if you have shares, I would just say hold it. The worst I think is behind. It's already up $8, $5. Home Depot is I thought daily wave 5. So clearly uptrend and it's breaking out, right? So clearly break out. The next target will be 380. I mean, weekly, I would say low, higher, low, high, higher, high. I would assume to be 401, 402 at minimum on weekly. And it could be even here. So let's say here is the target. So I'm bullish on Home Depot and I'm bullish on Lowe's too. I'm more bullish on Lowe's, I think. And I have Lowe's. I like Lowe's a lot. So weekly, 1, 2. This is weird. This is really weird. They clearly home. This is really weird. Why is weird? So Lowe's and Home Depot almost same wave structure, right? On weekly. You said look Home Depot. I feel like Home Depot actually even more bullish than Lowe's. Low is saying clearly wave 5 up targeted how much? 272. But and it gave Home Depot a totally different structure. That's just not fair. I think it's the same for me. I will give at least 400 to 420 Home Depot. McDonald's is I think okay, so we went long here. I think daily wave 5 already printed. Yeah, already did. What's the weekly? Weekly wave 3. You've come down to 278. Let's say. You come back down to 270 area. 278 is gap fill and it's also breakout. But I like to buy things cheap. So I wait to see how the price reacts coming down here. Ideally come back down below 270. Near 270 will be bigger movement, right? So daily clearly low, higher low, high, higher high, right? Uptrend. Weekly sideways, I would say. You have a lower low, higher high, it's kind of sideways. Basically, this is like, we talk about curve trend, right? So this is your curve. Price come down this level, you buy and sell here. So buy here, sell there. That's basically this price range. Okay, I think I talk about all the tickers. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's it. And I'll see you on Monday morning and Discord voice. All right. Have a good night. Bye.